I never meant to watch the footage. At first, I didn't even believe it was real. It was just a file on my phone with a date and time I didn't recognize. 3:17 a.m. I was sure I was asleep at that time. I live alone. I don't sleepwalk. I don't talk in my sleep. And I definitely don't record myself. But there it was, a 9-minute video. The thumbnail showed my bedroom, my bed, my body. I stared at it for a long time. I told myself it was probably nothing, a glitch, a corrupted file, a delayed recording. But deep inside, I already knew that wasn't true. When I pressed play, the first thing I noticed was how quiet everything was. No movement, no sound, no breathing, just my room, frozen. The camera was exactly where I always placed my phone, on the shelf, pointing directly at my bed, and I was lying there on my back, eyes open, not blinking, not moving, not breathing. For almost 3 minutes, nothing changed. I thought the video had frozen until my head moved, slowly, carefully, not like someone waking up, like someone remembering they were being watched. My eyes turned toward the camera, and for the first time in my life, I felt afraid of my own face. It didn't look tired. It didn't look confused. It didn't look human. It looked empty, like something was inside me, trying to pretend. Then I smiled. Not a normal smile, not a happy smile, not even a creepy one. It was the kind of smile someone makes when they know a secret you don't. I felt sick. I tried to look away, but I couldn't, because the version of me on the screen was still looking directly at me. Then he whispered, my voice, but not my tone. You're awake now. I paused the video. My heart was pounding. I told myself it was fake. I told myself it was edited. I told myself I was imagining things. But my hands were shaking too much to believe any of that. When I continued the video, I saw myself sit up, very slowly. My movements looked heavy, unnatural, like gravity was stronger on me than it should be. I stood up, walked toward the camera. Each step was slow, careful, deliberate. When my face filled the frame, I saw my eyes clearly. They weren't dark, they weren't shadowed, they were completely black. No reflection, no light, no depth, just black. Then I said, you forgot again. The video ended. No glitch, no distortion, no static, just silence. I sat there for a long time. I didn't move. I didn't breathe, because I realized something that made my stomach drop. I didn't remember any of it. Not the recording, not the words, not the movement, nothing. I checked the time. It matched. 3:17 to 3:26 a.m. I was asleep. I was sure of it. I deleted the video. I didn't even hesitate. I convinced myself it was over. That night, I placed my phone in a drawer, face down. I even closed the drawer. When I woke up, the phone was back on the shelf, facing my bed, and there was another video. This one was longer. I didn't open it. I couldn't. I sat on my bed and stared at the screen because I started to notice something else. My body felt tired, not from lack of sleep, from effort, like I had been awake for hours, doing something I couldn't remember. I checked my arms. There were faint red marks on my wrists, not scratches, not cuts, just pressure marks, like someone had been holding them. I looked in the mirror, and for a second, my reflection didn't move. It blinked late, just a fraction of a second. But enough. I stepped back, and it stepped back too, perfectly in sync. But the feeling stayed, that I wasn't alone in my body anymore. That night, I didn't sleep. I kept the lights on. I kept my eyes open, and I waited. Nothing happened. No sounds, no movement, no whispers. Until I checked my phone again. The second video had been uploaded. While I was awake, while I was watching the room, while I was sitting on my bed, the timestamp said 3:41 a.m. I pressed play. The camera showed my bedroom. It showed me sitting on the bed, staring at my phone, watching the video, watching myself. And then the version of me in the video turned his head and looked directly at the camera. Then he smiled and whispered, "You're forgetting again." I dropped my phone. I don't know how long I stayed like that. I don't know how long I was gone, because when I came back to myself, it was morning. My phone was on the shelf again, facing my bed. There was no video, no file, no record, just my reflection in the black screen, looking slightly too calm. I still don't know what I forgot, but I know this. If you ever find a video of yourself that you don't remember recording, don't watch it alone, because something inside you already has. I thought it was over. I told myself I would never record again, never look, never check. But the feeling never left, like something was still watching from behind my eyes. Days passed. Nothing happened. No videos, no whispers, no strange reflections. And that scared me more than anything, because silence felt like waiting. One night, I noticed my phone screen light up. No notification, no vibration, just light. I didn't touch it. I didn't breathe. The screen slowly unlocked by itself, and the camera app opened, pointing at me. I saw myself on the screen, sitting on my bed, watching my own image. Inside my image, I smiled. Outside the screen, I didn't. Then the screen went black, and words appeared. Record. I didn't move. The words stayed. Record. My hand started shaking. I whispered, "No." The word disappeared. The screen turned off. I sat there for hours, waiting for something, anything, but nothing came. The next morning, I woke up in my bed, fully dressed. My phone was on the shelf. There was a new file. I didn't open it. I couldn't, but I knew. I already knew what it would show. Not my room, not my body, not my face. But the moment I stopped being alone inside myself, I still haven't watched it. I don't know if I ever will, because sometimes when I look into the mirror, I can see the hesitation in my reflection, like it's waiting for me to forget again. If you ever feel like part of your memory doesn't belong to you, if you ever feel like you're missing time, if your reflection feels just slightly delayed, don't panic. It doesn't mean you're broken. It means something else is learning how to use you. And once it finishes, you won't need to remember anymore, because it will remember for you.